Well, I was a dumb yesterday. I mean, a grade A dumb. I did not get nearly enough sleep, so I woke up tired. I had to do dishes, which is one of the more arduous tasks for me. Started a roast I wasn't supposed to start until tomorrow because it's date night. This has been one of those days, and by the time I got out here, it was really too hot for me to physically handle stirring up the dust and having the door open. So it's just going to be a spend time with babies day. Also, we've changed their feed again. Excuse me kids, I am experimenting a little bit. Oof. Okay, note to self, I'll probably have to go outside and scrape that out in a minute. When we're done with tree time. Oh, hi, Pitch. There you go, baby. Hello, Vinny. Hello, Vinny. Can you take it yet? Can you take it? No? Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean for you to fall down, kid. Okay. And Mia. Oh, I'm sorry, Hagrid. You weren't here when I started, huh, Jenny? Bram. Treat for Bram. Good boy. Treat for Pinto. Yeah. Treat for Cookie. Treat for Pitch. That's rude. Treat for Shotzi. Oh, hi, Kara. I didn't see you there. Starting over, so treat for Vinny. Here, Vinny. Okay, Tandy, come here. Tandy. There you go. Silk. Silk. Sorry, Vinny. Silk. There you go. So we can have a treat. And then Hagrid. Thank you, Hagrid. Kara. Good, Kara. Oh, I'm sorry. Good, Mia. Kara. Cookie. Pinto. Bram. Oh, hi, Charybdis. Shotzi. Good girl. Charybdis. Here, baby. Good girl. Vinny. Vinny. Here we go. Candy. Mm-hmm. Silk. Silk wants to have a treat. Candy, stop that. Mia. Pinto. Cookie. Bram. Go Bram. Actually, take it. There you go. Chauncey. Small children, please. Oh, Charybdis. Oh, baby, you do it. Hi, Emilio. Didn't see you come in. Yeah, don't start stuff with Charybdis, and don't eat out of my pocket. It's rude. other birds. Other birds might want that. A Charybdis. Try again. Good girl. Okay. All right, Benny. All right, Benny. Good boy. Candy. Oh. No, that was for Candy. Ah. Bobby is flirting with Sissy. Candy, you had yours. Yeah. Pinto. Pinto. Okay. Okay. Good girl. Chelsea. Speedy. Bram. Good boy. Oh, Emilio has left. So, that's you again, Charybdis. Here. Almost. Keep missing, baby. There you go. There you go, honey. Oh, hi, Cheeks. Cheeks. Shotzi, that's for Cheeks. Hey, Speedy. Hey, Speedy. Hey, good girl. Thank you. Here's Charybdis. There's a good girl. Rude. I have sweet Bram, just quietly waiting because that is still rude. Sweet Bram, quietly waiting his turn. Okay, Benny. Here. Knocking it back out of your mouth. Swallow it. There you go. Bobby, don't start shit with Val. I don't think Sissy will be appreciative. Here's Candy. Here, Pinto. Ow. Cookie. The Bram. Charybdis. Try again. Here. There we go. I'm sorry, Charybdis. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. She's fearsome. Here, Pitch. Hold on, Cheeks. Cheeks. There's one for you. Bean. Bean. You haven't had a treat yet. Would you like a treat? There you go. Dodge in between the ladies. Candy. Candy, you're being rude again. That's a rude Candy. PJ. No, this is for PJ. Treats for PJ. Hi, Val. Hi, Emilio. Yes, Charybdis, I know you've been waiting your turn. Hold on. Val just got here. She can have treats. Here, Charybdis. Here, let me put it where it's easy for you to grab. There you go. I'm sorry, baby. There we go. Good girl, Sandy. over there. No, Cookie, that's for PJ. Let her be. This is a rude Tandy. Treats for Brent. Hello, Mia. You may also have a treat. Hello, Valentine. You may also have a treat. Hello, Cookie. Here, Bram. Oh no, buddy, you threw it. Hello, Escher. Hold on. There you go. Stop being rude, Candy. Here's Speedy. Oh my God, here's Speedy. Speedy, that's for you. That's for you. I'll give it to you when you manage to take it. Who has bepooed my head? Hagrid. Hagrid, that's rude. I'm gonna poo my head while you're standing on it. Go, go, go. You know I hate that. Candy. Go straight from there into the pocket. Candy, no. I will fight you. I will fight you. Fight you to the ends of the earth, you adorable little creature. I know, I know, I know. I know, I know. No, Tandy. It's Vinny's turn. Vinny gets a treat. Hello, Escher. No, it's Escher's. Tandy. Tandy. It is Escher's turn. She gets a treat. Quick, take it, Escher. Now it's a Tandy's turn. Tandy. Tandy. There you go. Now it's a Tandy's turn. Speedy. Your aim is terrible, baby. Ooh, Ram. Oh, I know. I'll fight, girl. Oh, Tandy. Oh, Vinny. My good God. Vinny doing his level best to deafen me completely. Thank you, buddy. That's exactly what I wanted. Hi, Amelia. Hi, PJ. You just got here. Come here, Vinny. Okay. Baby blue. There. Emilio. There you go. There's over him. Still rude, Tandy. Okay, Escher. There you go, PJ. Hi, bitch. Hi, Dudley. Agnes took her turn, though. Dudley. He's like, no, I'm busy. Busy courting all the girls. Courting every woman. Especially the red ones. He seems to really like the red ones. Hello, Kara. Hello, Asher. Hey, Dudley. Hey, Dudley. Oh, Pitch got your treat. Hey, Dudley. Tandy. Tandy. You know, if I tried to toss this to Dudley, I'd have pitched you at him by mistake. Dudley, your sister-in-law came down to eat food. Let her eat food, Dudley. And he's like, nope, I'm gonna be a big, impressive man. Hello, Asher. Hello, Asher. Oh, Tandy, I love you too. Don't try and steal my glasses. You silly girl. Babe. Oh, you gonna fight people off my lap now, Tandy? You butt. It's my head. Still rude. Here we go. Hey, girl. No, of course I'm just gonna throw you in Dudley's path. I like you. I don't want anything to happen to you. Here, Brian. Go away. You know, I hope Papillon's kid's butt, Luca. Oh my God, Tandy. Here, Asher. Hey, Dudley. Asher, yeah. Dudley, have a treat. Dudley. Whoa, Gwen, are you okay? You okay, Gwen? Dudley tried to interrupt her feeding Bot by mounting her, which is normally fine. She seems to have had a hard time getting away from him. And he knocked her off at kind of a funny angle. So I'm going to ignore the kids and watch her for a minute. A little too much, big man. A little too much. I know you're learning. Gwen, you literally asked for this by stealing him from his actual mom. That's still rude, Tandy. It is still rude, even when I'm concerned for somebody else's well-being. Still rude. Still rude. Hello, Rigby. Would you like a treat? Oh, you would. You would like a treat. She would. Sorry, Rigby. I'm used to there being a cock and a hen in a clutch. There's brother and sister like 75% of the time, but not 100. Sometimes there's 2 girls. I've had 2 boys. It's not common, but it happens. Oh, my good little guy. Here, Asher. Been very patiently waiting your turn. Good girl. Yes, Rigby. I'll get you one, too. Treat for Rigby. for you. I don't think she noticed. Oh my goodness. What even was that, Mal? Tandy. You know what? That's for Escher. Oh, welcome back, Charybdis. Welcome back, Charybdis. Tandy. Rude. Rigby. And you might start getting some major competition from Rigby if you do not free up the treats base. Hey, David. Taking an eggs break? Are that Wookie up there? David. There's a treat for you. Atta girl. Good girl, David. No, that is for David. Ladies, that's for David. Tandy, stop. David. There's a treat for you. You get it quick. Yeah, defend that. Oh, David. How are you so bad at keeping... Oh, wait, you're blind. Gwen, would you like a treat? You're tired and hungry from constantly feeding that Bob. I know. No, that's for Gwen, Escher. Candy. No. Here, Charybdis. Here, baby. Right down here. I swear to God, Tandy. Hold on, Golden. There you go. No, this is for Gwen. Rude, Tandy. Here, Gwen. Or here, Charybdis. Good girl. Good girl getting it that time. Well, maybe I'm going about this the wrong way. And once babies learn their name and treats, maybe I should do the age thing in reverse order so babies learn their turn. Hey, Rigby. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm trying to get your attention. Here, Bram. Here. You ridiculous little thing. Let me give you another one. Hang on. There you go. Good boy. What a sweetie. Oh, I'm sorry, Charybdis. I didn't mean to bop you. And you see what you can do even with a bird who didn't start off liking people. Someone who had to be taught to be okay with people. And considering she's only been taking treats from me for a couple of weeks, that I can touch her chest and sometimes pat her head is a pretty drastic improvement. And right now, since she's still kind of scared of me, there's got to be something in it for Charybdis when I pet her. That's basically to desensitize her to petting being a potentially scary stimulus. She's a show pigeon. She grew up with handling being either to move her to another cage, to shove something down her throat. That's medication when breeders do that, but it's not fun for anybody. To get injections. They don't really pick up and touch and handle showbirds usually, just because there's so many birds there. That's why I have such a small loft, and my cap is 24 sexually mature adults. Now, Tandy. That way I can pay attention to everyone as an individual. I can learn what their different personalities are. You are ridiculous, Tandy. You're BJ. And you can... The babies are pretty... Some of them are kind of ridiculously bold. But the babies are pretty comfortable. I can do whatever I want with Tandy, and she will immediately come back. Even if there's not the promise of a treat, she'll still come back. Y'all saw in the earlier video her just cuddled up and chilling in my lap. She does that because it's comfortable and it's safe. Oh, you dropped it. Here, let's try again. Good girl. So for the birds who were not hatched here, we're working towards touch is not scary. Hands are not scary. This looks a lot like a snake. This is how we reach under birds. This is sometimes how we go to pet them. This looks like the head of a snake and it's terrifying. This is worse because this looks, and you can see how some of them have reacted to it. This looks like the talon of an absolutely massive hawk. That is terrifying to lots of small things. But this looks like the head of a bird. These fingers look like a beak, and there's a seed in it. So here I am making myself a flock mate. I'm sharing treats. Pigeons are cooperative social learners. If one of them knows where food is, they will tell everybody else. Yeah, I know. Oh, come here, come here, come here. And by giving food directly, I'm acting like a parent. There are some pigeons who will feed absolutely anything on the floor. They are usually male, because it's generally speaking the cock's job to, oh, that's adorable. Oh. It's the cock's job to train the squeakers when they leave the nest, because mom wants to lay a new egg and she's tired. She needs her recovery time before that happens. So dad will take the children down and he will teach them to pigeon in feral flocks. Stop. And in genuine wild rockdove flocks. There you go. So because we bred them to be especially fecund, I know. You will have cocks and even some hens who will feed any squeaker on the ground that cries. I am basically mimicking one of those birds by offering treats to absolutely everyone, regardless of their age. That way their mind shift switches from me being a giant predator to me being a flock mate, if they didn't already see me that way. The little squeakers who hatched here already see me as that kind of flock mate. And birds like Tandy I can mess with pretty much however I want without scaring them, because they're used to being held. They're used to being held. They're used to good things coming from hands. Good things like comfort. The weight covering a baby's back feels like a parent sitting on it. Now, the comfort with this will change. Because when they become adults, this feels like being treaded. And while hens will, generally speaking, respond very favorably to it, cocks are insulted. Another cock tried to mount him, how dare. So while these birds are babies, I'm getting them used to all kinds of handling. Like, doing this would scare the absolute heck. Even trying to do this with a bird like Mia, for example, scare the absolute heck out of him. But since Tandy has been handled extensively, we've had cuddle times, we've had treat times. My hands are what good things come from. There is absolutely no fear. It also helps that when I pull out her wing to look at it, it's just a quick cursory glance. I don't hold it out long enough for her to get uncomfortable. Tandy does not have lice. There is no contact with wild birds in this loft. So unless I slip in my quarantine, there's pretty much no way for the birds, once they're clean and come out here, to become reinfested. That's the whole point of making this a closed, temperature-controlled loft. I know. I know. I know. Not food time yet. Talk time. Talk time. It's talk time. It's talk time. Oh. Oh goodness. It's talk time. I don't even remember what I was saying. Where did I leave off? Where did I leave off, small children? Oh, ow. God bless you, Charybdis. You've been so patient. So patient. Here, try again. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. Here. Is that easier for you? Almost had it. There you go. And Charybdis, because her eyes sit so deep, has a little bit of trouble seeing right in front of her face. Here, Silk. Yeah, hey, Silk. Here, Emilio. That's for you. Still rude. I can take Tandy in the still rude pose, and she's not frightened by that. This has never hurt Tandy. It has just inconvenienced her from stealing seed, which is annoying. I mean, the inconvenience to stealing seed is annoying to Tandy, because Tandy wants to be able to grab as many seeds as she can. Still rude. You notice that, no. You notice that when I pick her up like that, I am supporting her little body. I know, baby, I know. Okay, this one's for you. This one's for you. Silk. Silk doesn't come over for many treats, so I like to give Silk treats whenever he comes over. And Pinto doesn't really either. Pinto usually comes following his wife. He doesn't really come to be social. Here, Bran.